All right. Do we exist? I think we exist. Let's see, who's here today? Welcome back, guys. Welcome to this stream. Are we there? Can you see me? Can you hear the keyboard? Yeah? Yes? No? Hey, awesome KK. Other people tell me that you can hear me. Telling me that you can hear the thing. Okay, cool. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at that. We got loops. What are we doing today? What are we going to do today? I don't know what we're gonna do today. Spam chat in the chat, where are you today? How you doing? I don't know what to do. I'm gonna sing about science, you know it's true. I'm gonna sing about nerds you thought you knew. Yeah, oh yeah, how does the words about the nerds? I got a lyrical proclivity, special like relativity, general knack of physics, incredible rap ability. Feeling me? Your physics classes don't lack in virility. I'm physically intimate, yo, cause physics is enemy. The cold open, first concern to hold broken, the stop spoken window, and openly gets your nose broken. It's no joking, I'm not hoping to make light, just throwing a rope if you got no hope to hang tight. Dang right, I know what high school life is like. Can't fight when every bully is twice your height. Turning the pages, fascinated up late nights by day, worried cause of the girlies don't think your weight's right. And stay bright, little nerdling, cause when the hard part's done, you got the world on a string. Making home as a hobbit, you'll return as a king, cause modern life is brain boxing and you're Lord of the Ring. It goes nerds. We are the nerds and we're gonna be heard, you know. Nerds. I studied science, grow up to be a rhyme sayer. Nerds. Minnesota connection, one of a kind. Say you're pumping iron, I'm pumping ions through the spy layer. You can't abide the smiling if you try, player. Mind greater than a giant on a land snail. sine theta when I'm answering my fan mail. Lines get under your skin just like a hangnail. Wits make you busy, better hold onto the handrail. I know my limits, so don't you try to limit me. Won't be derivative, spitting back what you're giving me. What matters is understanding patterns and symmetry, so I'll be integrating your factual data lyrically. OMG, so OBDs and ERDs got the ATP to defeat all you NPCs. LCD to your CRT, TNG to your TMZ, ICBM to your TNT, cause we're explosive like cesium, like burning magnesium, follow you like amoebas, enveloping paramecium, fighters right in our element like a night in Elysium. We bridle the elements, how we make it look easy, huh? You think this is easy? Well, how about we face off? Knowing laboratory procedure, you blow your face off. So keep your He-Man stats in your gray skull, cause gray matter is power, that's the power of gray skull. Nerds! Woo! See what we got. We're kind of falling apart here. Yeah. Check it out now. All right. Welcome back to day 4 of the live stream. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm trying to so as you can see, we've got the looper working, so that's good. You know, it took a little while. I'm still working out a few of the kinks of this. I'm using this really old program called Mobius for the looping, and it's got like a scripting language. So you've got to actually, you've got to actually script what you want the buttons to do, and it's a little complicated. Who's here today? Tell me where you guys are coming from. Mahalo. Hey, Catherine. I did get your message. I haven't responded to it yet. I'm sorry. Hi from Norway. Yeah, awesome KK, you're back. Good to see you. Allison Walker. Switzerland, India. Let's see. SoCal, Texas, Indiana again, Beaker Rocket. North Carolina, Ottawa. Hey, homie. Waterloo, Canadians, Faroe Islands, Slovakia, Spain, Germany, Netherlands, Bangladesh. California, Brazil. Washington, D.C. We got Georgia, USA, not to be confused with all the other Georgias in the world. I feel like every place in the USA has a name that is from somewhere else. Oregon, hey, Montrealer. Los Angeles, Bolivia, Brazil. I'm Czech. I'm checking to check to check it out. What's it all about? What's it all about? Whatever. Let's see, Romania, Russia. I'm getting a lot of Europeans. This is probably to do with the time that I've been choosing to do these streams at. I don't know. I guess I should probably vary these. I want to have a time where everyone can be here, like, where we can be here like the same time every day. But I also feel like I should do one in my own evening, because I'm probably like a lot of the people from actually around here are like going about, well, maybe not going about their day, but evenings are different from mornings. So maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll do 2 live streams a day. Maybe I'll end up alternating days. I'm not sure. One of the things I was thinking was that as I keep reading about like Corona and the whole pandemic that's going on, I should put like, if I find anything interesting, I should share it with you guys. So like I thought maybe I could read it on stream, and then I was like, no, you don't want to hear me read things on stream that are written by other people. So I've just put a couple of links in the description for this live stream, and I think I'm gonna keep doing that. The first one is a piece by Yuval Harari, who's an excellent writer who wrote the book *Sapiens* and a few other books, sort of about like the broad scope of human experience and human history. And wait, what was that cough? I had a cough I got sick like a month ago. Don't worry about it. I'm not dying. And that piece is just going over the like I don't know, kind of his view on like the broadest scale what might happen with this pandemic and kind of the choice we have between coming together and pushing apart. So I think that's worth checking out if you guys want to see that. The people were asking me about the Kurzgesagt video yesterday, and I wasn't aware of it at the time, but I went and looked at it, and it's pretty darn solid. The one caveat to it is that some of the things they say about the mechanisms of the virus are based on findings of SARS-CoV-1, which is the SARS from 2003. And since a lot of information hasn't been like really established about this new one, and all the results are really preliminary, we sort of have to take it as like presuming a lot about how it works. And so they've like some of the stuff comes from SARS-1, and they're sort of presuming it works in the same way, but mostly it's really solid. And all the stuff it has to say about like how viruses work and generally, and how they spread, and what you can do socially to avoid them is top notch. And then the final piece that I thought I'd put in there is just like an expert panel, I think that was done by Harvard and MIT and some hospital that I can't remember the name of. And it covers a lot of basics. And also, if you want like a ton of information, like go to the Kurzgesagt video and then watch it, and then like click on their sources, because they really did their research on it. They sort of break it down line by line, like everything they say, they actually have a source where you can go and read an article. So, just trying to keep you guys informed as well as entertained a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Greetings from Colima, Mexico. We are quarantined, but everything is going well. Well, I'm glad everything's going well. I'm glad you're doing well, and I'm glad that I don't know. I hope your quarantine is okay. Thanks for tuning in. My birthday is on the 3rd of April, and Romania is in isolation, and I can't do anything. I'm sorry about that. I don't think this is. I don't know. What's the state of Romania? Like, we in Quebec here, where I live, we had like it's been interesting seeing the social. I guess like how people do, like how officials do like public announcements and like social manipulation in a small way, like not in a bad way, but like they rolled things out as like, okay, here are measures that are going to be in place in 2 weeks, and like we'll review after then. And as soon as they did that, I said to like my family and friends, like there's no way this is going to be just for 2 weeks, because 2 weeks is the time it takes for you to see if anything you've done has been successful. There's kind of a 2-week delay period, because there's like a week of asymptomatic cases usually with this virus, and then another week of getting more severe, so people actually like go to the hospital. And so like the situation, anytime you take a drastic measure, you're only really going to see the effects of it 2 weeks later. And I think we're really seeing that in Italy still, because I thought that their case rate might go down by now, but still not. And so it's been interesting seeing like I think everyone knew that when they said we're going to roll out these measures for 2 weeks. Like if they said any more, people would freak out and think it's an overreaction. And then 2 weeks gives you the time for the public to realize that it's gotten worse. But so yeah, all that to say, I'm sorry that you're stuck indoors on your birthday. I don't know whether we're gonna get out of this particular social isolation in time. I think the school year is done. Demon Cat, my school's closure has been extended from mid-April to early May. Yeah, I think probably that's gonna be the case. Someone asked me on my Facebook, just a friend of mine, whether I thought schools would be back by like next year, and I don't know. I give it about even money, I think. Uh, let's see. What else we got going on? I don't know. You guys want to hear a song? What's a good song to do with my new setup? Oh, I was telling you guys about this one, so I'm gonna try to do this one again. I did it before, like a couple streams ago, but let's see if I can get it to do well. Hey, did that work? Hey, it didn't work. Oh, I messed it up. Let's try that again. They'll divide and decide on 1,000 fates. Did you ever figure how they know? See, are built of modules combined in a planned out way. Each new piece must be told where to go. Oh, now there's a science helping us to understand how our cells encode this architectural plan, signaling each other with genetic tools. Oh yeah, wow, phenotype the interface for mouse and man, genotype the files and the subprograms, put down all the switches, circuit boards, and boot code. Evo, TiVo, looking at the logic in the ways that we grow, every gene directed by a signal key code, proteins that can activate, enhance, or veto. Evo, TiVo, signals trigger patterns of complexity, so switching up the switches of a signaling node gives a modular and simple way to evolve. Whoa, signal mapping tells each region what it had to be, yo. Seconds are built upon, louder than the Paleozoic era, baby. In a crystal pathway, changes tend to get torpedoed. Where they go, calamity goes. Voice break. Down they cascade like a domino, like you and I, Drosophila. The path that makes us optical was laid a long, long time ago, back before we blew up the Cambrian like a bomb. My hyperteam can make you see out of your bum. And Hedgehog and its relatives in Indian and Sonic set up in a gradient on segments embryonic. Split for brains and asymmetric rest depend upon it. Living on genetic switches and logic from Devo to Evo, adult and embryo. Once they don't evolve in the genes of the genome, save for the mutation aimed at regulation. Keep the building blocks and swap their activation from Devo Devo to Evo. Parts of alter egos, homologues evolve from repeats in the schema. Switch a couple bases in the proper places and watch flies grow legs out of their faces. Oh yeah. Modern synthesis, the sequel. Only by combining can a new theory grow. Evolution and development amigos. Evo, Devo, signals trigger patterns of complexity. So signals of a signaling node gives a modular and simple way to evolve. Signal mapping tells each region what it ought to be, yo. Seconds are deeply built upon, louder than the billion. Are those the words? No. In a crucial pathway, changes tend to get torpedoed. Where they go, calamity goes, as this cyclopic shape knows. Evo, Devo, this is how we go from single cells to people. Every generation and in life primeval. Life in variations endless and beautiful. Bada boom, from Devo to Evo, adult and embryo. Don't evolve in the genes of the genome. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh yeah, where they go, calamity goes. Aesthetica in vivo, Evo, Devo. Evo, Devo. That was something. That was a thing. Be curious. I'm going to put you in a timeout. Yeah. Put user in timeout. There we go. Thank you very much. Yeah. Let's. I'm sorry, guys. I don't have moderators yet. If you want to, if anyone knows how to do moderators on this thing, let me know, because I don't really know how to do it yet. If anyone wants to sign up to be a moderator, I don't know. I've still got to get the Discord chat going, and maybe when I get Discord, then I can have some proper conversations with y'all and get to know you on like a personal basis, and then it'll probably be easier to do to get some moderators on here if I can. Until then, stop spamming, you fools. Don't do it. Let's take a. Let's see what's going on here aside from spamming. Middle school. You want me to do work from home? Really? Oh, geez. I said yesterday that work from home was my my least favorite of my songs, but maybe it deserves to be done. It's pretty easy to do. Let me see. Yeah, it's a good test of the setup, and actually it would be a proper thing to do right now because we are all finish the line. Return working from home. Yes, we are working from home. John Smith says, enter a username, set up one list of moderators for your channel. Moderators remain on the list until they are unassigned. Okay, sweet. I'm gonna look into that. Oh yeah, wah 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 wah. Do 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 do. Check it out. Oh man, do I know the words to this song? I don't think I do. It's been so long. I'm gonna have to open it up in another tab. Or you can spam it in the chat. I'm gonna go look up the lyrics to my own song. How sad is that? I ain't working out never. I ain't getting no stronger. I'm creating force for displacement, multiply and conquer. Break out that lever, I'ma make it longer. Get that mechanic advantage and I won't get tired. I know I'm always hoped I might lift, but I can't touch these weights alone. Beneath an incomplex contraption to boost the force and lift the load. You ain't gotta do the work. Oh, the other thing that happened was that I keep accidentally erasing my tracks, which is also not good. We're gonna have to get that back. Hold on. There we go. Which is also not good. 1, 2. You ain't gotta go work, but you gotta put in work. Equal power, equal work. Give these hands until they work. Oh, put in work to load. Oh. Put in work to load. Oh. Yeah. Ooh, yeah. Trying to figure out the tension, look at Newton's laws of motion. Counteracting one force with two ropes, so you gotta take a quotient. Spread the work out broadly, you can lift a heavy body. With the displacement replacing, no need to get burly. I know you pros out there, you might lift without a fulcrum ramp or rope. But I may use that work equation, reduce the forces on a slope. Oh, you ain't gotta do the work, but you gotta put in work. Force and distance make it work. Grants and pulleys, yeah, they work. Put in work to load. Oh. Put in work to load. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Bro, can you lift for me? 0 to X, hold there for me. Ain't no work now, figure that for me. When he's still putting out energy, back and binding repeatedly. He running through that ATP, muscle tensions constantly. Motor proteins throwing off heat. Oh, so we think, push or pull, take some power as a rule. Well, surprise, that ain't true. Just a force, don't need jack. But of course you think that spending all your time in your body, you gotta feel the work. But you gotta put in work. Force and distance make it work. Grants and pulleys, yeah, they work. Whoa, put in work to load. Oh, put in work to load. Oh, put in work to load. Oh, work to load. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, work. That wasn't good. You gotta put in work. All right, well, there's that. Was that good? Let's see. Let's see what people are saying. We know Pluto is not a planet. You know, I talked a little about this yesterday, about how much it annoys me. All these debates about definitions. There are so many, if you look out into life, there are so many arguments that are not about any facts in existence. They are all about definitions of words, which are the most uninteresting conversations to have, because the definitions of words, surprise, are entirely up to people. And it's sort of like that debate about, like, is a hot dog a sandwich? Like, I mean, a hot dog is a human-made object, and so is a sandwich. And if humans decide that hot dogs are sandwiches, that is their right. And if humans decide that hot dogs are not sandwiches, that is also their right. And I feel like the Pluto planet debate, among many other debates, is very similar. It's like, we decide, but there's no right answer. We collectively decide whether Pluto is a planet or not. And honestly, people can have different definitions for planets, and that's probably fine. You are not the astronomers that decide that they want planet to mean a specific thing within their technical language. And honestly, if you want to call Pluto a planet, that's your language is free and evolving and means slightly different things to every given person on the planet. And honestly, yeah, that's where I stand. So maybe I should do Outbound Probe, as long as we're talking about Pluto. I'm worried that if I do too much, we're gonna run out of songs. But that's a pretty fun one to set up, if I can get it to work. The setup is new to me, so yeah, let's see if we can do it. All right. Bo. Bo bo do bo bo do bo bo. Bo bo do bo bo do bo bo. Bo bo do bo bo. That low enough for you? Bo 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 do bo bo do bo bo. 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 Bo bo do bo bo do Next up, that ice cold, no cell of life on that light globe. This one's for them dark worlds, them dwarf worlds, low masterpieces, chillin', millin', round a kite for Bell City. Some folks swoon for Sailor Moon, but Pluto, so pretty. She ain't hot, but hot damn. Got confidence and top Karen, and she ain't hot, but hot damn. This ain't a brand new horizon, man. She ain't hot, but hot damn. Say my name, I'm a Pluto fan. She ain't hot, but hot damn. Not a bad use of grand money, break it down. Nick's drifting in the view, yo. Hydra, say benvenuto. So long, Mars, and later Bruno. The southbound probe gonna visit Pluto. The southbound probe gonna visit Pluto. The southbound probe gonna visit Pluto. There's a planet inside of that little spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Go! Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, hey, hey. Swap. Pretty in it. Hit it. LSC's ultraviolet. Radio, we got Rex. Then there's Pepsi. Lori, Ralph and Nisha already. Got thrust streams of hydrazine, locking in the whole thing steady. She ain't hot, but hot damn. Got dust collector and thermal scan. She ain't hot, but hot damn. If it ain't a brand new horizon, man, she ain't hot, but hot damn. We finally get to see Pluto planet or not. Hot damn. Got cameras up and running, break it down. Sticks we sail away to you, yo. Kerberos, that ain't no poodle. The Roma's there, break out the brew, yo. The southbound probe gonna visit Pluto. The southbound probe gonna visit Pluto. The southbound probe gonna visit Pluto. Every night we get clearer shots. Don't believe me, just watch. Check it out now. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, where, yo? Outbound, probe it up. Outbound, probe it up. Said outbound, probe it up. Outbound, probe it up. Yeah, I said outbound, probe it up. Outbound, probe it up. I said outbound, probe it up. Outbound, probe it up. Come on, I said outbound, probe it up. Outbound, probe it up. Oh, I said outbound, probe it up.
Outbound, probe it up. Oh, I said outbound, probe it up. Outbound, probe it up. Oh, I said outbound, probe it up.
Don't believe me, just watch. Woo! Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Way, yeah, yeah. I've already finished my water. Too much singing. Much too much singing. And let's see what's going on. We got Someone else that needs to go on timeout, I see. Um, Tamara Lynn says, love everything you do. Thank you, Tamara Lynn. I really appreciate that. Um, okay, who's back here today? I'm making vegetable soup base. Couldn't have better background. That's good. I hope that's not because you're sick, but you don't need to have vegetable soup because you're sick. You can have vegetable soup anytime. You're the boss of your own life. Let's take some questions. Someone asked me a question about something, either my channel related, life related, science related, virus related. Whatever you feel like. Give me something to talk about because I need a little bit of a break from singing here. Be Curious asks, am I a teacher? No, I'm not. I mean, I'm teaching people online, but no, I'm not. I've never taught. I wouldn't mind it. I don't know. I feel like when I was younger, I was averse to crowds and to kids and to being in front of people, and I think I've warmed up to it quite a bit. So I don't know. Might be in the future. Froggy13 asks, when did I start playing music? About the age of, well, at three I was in a church choir, and then, oh shoot, did the live stream cut out? I think it's back. Yeah, at about three I was in a church choir because my mom was a director of a church choir at our local church, and at four I started playing the piano, and I never got too far with the piano. I would like, even though people are like, oh, look at those jazzy solos, like the truth is I'm faking it. I don't really know what I'm doing here, so it would be cool to do more of that. Mattia asks, will you ever do a metal track on your main channel? I would like to. I have plans for. Or nothing else matters. Because I think it would really work with dark matter. But I don't really know what to do with it. All I have is like the mass I seek will I find in you. You fill the cosmos. No, that doesn't work. In the math of if cosmos true. I don't know. In the galaxy, a hidden view. It must be dark matter. Yeah, and then something about I just have this one line that's like rotation curves of galaxies. It must be dark matter. And then I don't have a chorus, so I'll probably do that. I also really want to do Through the Fire and the Flames, by Dragon Force, which is going to be an insane undertaking. But I have I have ideas for that. So that I don't know. That might be the project I take on after this next one. What else we got? Will you do an acapella teaching stream? That would be cool. I feel like I'm not super qualified to do acapella, like teach acapella, but maybe I could reach out to Deke Sharon, who's like the OG acapella and yeah, I don't know. I'll see if I can make that happen, and we can talk about acapella, and especially like, I don't know, he has this whole series. If you go to Deke Sharon's YouTube channel, he has a whole series on how to do different instruments, and that's where I learned like the and he like the trumpet. But he has like a whole bunch that I can't do. So if you wanna learn a bunch about acapella, but I might do like production live streams where I like actually work on the actual videos that I'm trying to do. I don't know if you guys want to see that. Um, how how do you live? Well, by inhaling oxygen, exhaling carbon dioxide, putting calories in my body on a regular basis, and excreting waste, and yeah, trying to stay fit and active. What's your favorite topic in physics? I don't know. I like the fundamentals. I like going down to the depths of what is known. So I'm really interested in right now like theories of gravity and theories of what's underneath quantum field theory. Like basically the stuff that's underneath the level that we actually know. That's always been what I've wanted to know. Um, what's space made of? What's time made of? What are quantum fields made of? What are we all made of? I think that's sort of an obsession in my videos. You might notice like the end of Molecular Shape of You. It's like, here's what you're made of. You're made of molecules. And then the end of Nanobot, it's like, here's what you're made of. You're made of machines. And the end of Evo Devo, it's like, here's what you're made of. You're made of this particular kind of circuitry, the genetic circuitry that makes you who you are. I don't know. There's something about that that fascinates me. And it seems to come at the end of a lot of my videos as kind of like the punch. How is it like to be a grown man? It's very tiring. Let's see. How do you set picture within latex? That's a very good question. I'm sure there's a good tutorial. Tell us about your nephew and niece. I don't want to give too much of their detail, like information on here, because if I'm gonna tell stories about them, I would want to talk to their parents and make sure that they're cool with it, because I think it's important that we don't like violate our young progeny's privacy in terms of putting stuff about them on the internet they didn't choose, and then it's on the internet forever. Yeah, I don't know. So I might go into generalities, but they're really cute. They're really smart. We played Monsters yesterday. It was good. Girlfriends, says Ruler Sonic Boom with many question marks. They do exist. That's a thing that happens. You shouldn't be quite so surprised. It's a thing that many people have. Not all people. Some people have boyfriends. Some people have friends. Some people don't have any friends. But it's a pretty common feature of the world. I have a King Gaming. I have a master's. I never got a doctorate. I decided to get out of that vein before pursuing it further. 2 years of grad school was enough for me, and I decided I wanted to do something else. And also, this channel was already kind of taking off, and so I figured I should give that. My plan was to get out of to get out of grad school and then to do like a year of just being a musician and see if I could make it as a musician, and then probably go back to grad school. But in fact, this channel gave me an opportunity to not run out of money after a year, and so I kept on. Peter F. Hamilton. I don't know what that is. What's the power of your glasses? So very powerful. My glasses can shoot beams of directed energy as weapons. I would say their power level is over 10,000. Do you know Imagine Dragons? I don't know them personally. I'm aware of their music. I did a mashup at one point. That's not Imagine Dragons. That's not Radioactive, but that's Coldplay. Oh, maybe I could do that. Hold on. Let's see. Oh, I messed that up. Hard. Let's reset that and try it again. Oh, I messed that up too. Jeez. all the way back around. What goes around, goes around, goes around, comes all the way back around. What goes around, goes around, goes around, comes all the way back around. What goes around, goes around, goes around, comes all the way back around. So there's like that. What else is there? Comes all the way back around. I walk a lonely road, the only one that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's only me and I walk along. Oh, 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 wow, oh, yeah. And then I think, what else can you do there? There are many other songs that have that same sort of thing. A pair of dice. Yeah. Yeah. Anyways. Yeah. I think Wonderwall works with that too, but I can't for the life of me remember how Wonderwall begins. So, yeah. Paradise and Radioactive Paradise. Yeah, that's what I called it. I put this live stream, this mashup on my Tim Blay music channel, like way back in the day, and then it got taken down. It was one of those, like, people have been asking me sometimes, for like, there's a couple of videos that don't exist anymore, and usually it's because finally record labels got angry and actually took them down, and that's quite annoying that happens, because everything I do, I don't know. Well, maybe the Radioactive Paradise one was not really in the clear, but generally, all of these parodies that I do are, they're covered by fair use exceptions and stuff for copyright. But you can't only play with the actual laws of the land. You actually have to work within the guidelines of YouTube, and YouTube gives immense amounts of power to to record labels. So yeah, that's what happened to Hotline Tutoring, I believe. That's what happened to the Lent video that went on Tom's Latinized channel. And yeah, it's unfortunate when that happens, but maybe I'll find a way to upload them into something else. Like, yeah, I could put them on Patreon, I suppose. Even if I make it like I could make it a free like a free thing. Shuan, play Evo Devo. I played Evo Devo. You can scroll back in the stream and see that part of the stream if you want, but I'll probably play it again. Just not today, but eventually. G5. I don't know what that means. How science changed your perspective about day-by-day basics? I think that's a really good question. I don't know. I feel like I don't know if my perspectives on day-to-day life have been changed like by no, they have been changed by science. Like over the years, I've become much more of like a naturalist in terms of like getting down to everything. Like one of the great things about doing physics is that you go down to the deepest level that is known, and then you can see how everything builds up from that. So from quantum field theory, you can get to atomic physics, and then like molecule like bonding physics, and then to chemistry, and from that to biochemistry, and from that to biology, and that from to like sort of systems biology, and from that to neuroscience, and from that to psychology. And like you can see all the way that those levels build up on themselves, and it's really inspiring to see all of that like fitting together like clockwork. So like understanding that there is a level of mystery that gets lost in some ways, but at the same time, the mystery is recovered in complexity, because what is in fact known about the basic building blocks and like how everything is put together, and so like the billiard ball, things bouncing off of other things, the fact that that's pretty much entirely known doesn't get you past the fact that the world contains such vast amounts of information that are interacting in such an intricate array of ways that are both impossible for any person to actually capture by by laws of physics themselves, it's impossible for you to actually get access to all that information, and you're forced to simplify and like poeticize and come up with um, more general abstract frameworks. And that's to me how all of these like sort of more philosophical, interesting human um, mystical experiences arise. And none of that is really lost by knowing what's at the bottom of physics. But it is really nice to like have like not just know or believe it, but like understand it is very cool. And it's a really good like filter on a lot of like claims made in day-to-day life that people will just throw out about like here's the way the world works, and you can take that and like ask yourself, okay, well, does first of all, does that violate the basic laws of physics that I know, and then does it violate any of the corollaries of that? And it's I don't know, it's a lot easier for sense making once you if you have that framework. I mean, I don't know if that's it's always possible that I am wrong. It is always one of the most important things about science is that it is always possible that you're wrong, and you should be aware of that. I want to get to when John Perry comes on, I'm probably gonna we're probably gonna talk about pseudoscience and sort of like alternative science or alternative science, whatever wherever you want to put the quotes, and its relationship to actual to like genuine or mainstream science, because a lot of people, especially within like sort of like skeptical communities, um, disregard or like just see it as a total negative. And I can see why, because it's very annoying to have people like needling you, and often they're needling you in absurd ways, in ways that are clearly not possible to be accurate by people who actually know it, know science. But it's also the case that many a time those people have pushed scientists, like by their obstinacy, they've pushed scientists to become more rigorous. So that's definitely happened in the fields of like evolution, um, and it's happened in psychology, and um, I don't know. I like it. I'm sure that like there was a question that one of my professors asked me, or asked the class when like in one of my first years of university. It was like, "Hey, get up and judge, and from what you would know as someone in the 1600s, tell us why you think the world is round." And it was surprisingly difficult. And it's like the fact that there are, say, flat earthers out there to argue with, actually it in a way it does a service, because everyone who looks at it has to ask themselves, well, how do I know that thing? And then they go back and they see all the ways that they know that thing. But if you don't, if you take something for granted, it's very easy for you to think you know how it works and actually just know it as a rote fact, and it becomes like mystical knowledge instead of genuine, grounded knowledge. And so I think that's I don't know, that's interesting. So John and I might talk more about that. Let's see. Um, do you know Melody Sheep? Yeah, Melody Sheep's awesome. It's been around for a long time. Melody Sheep. Someone asked if I like the soundtrack to Interstellar, and I do. Hans Zimmer. Hans Zimmer's a good guy. King Gaming. Oh, I tried to. Oh, message retracted. You retracted your message. How dare you? But it is question. Okay, this is a good one. I think. Jatin Cantilal. Question: our body is made by thousands of atoms, but atoms are 90 to 95% empty. That means our body is also 90 to 95% empty. That's not a question. That requires questions generally require a question mark. But I would like to take a moment to address that, because I don't think it's true that atoms are 90 to 95% empty. The reason why people think that atoms are 90 to 95% empty is that they think that there's such thing as a solid object. So they imagine that the nucleus is this solid little ball, and you're going to call that full, and then that the electron has some tiny little size, and you're going to call whatever volume it's contained within full, and then that the rest of the atom is in fact empty in by contrast. And that's not how it works at all. An electron is not a ball, it's a wave in a field called an electron field, and it takes up the amount of space that the wave takes up. Like there's no concept of it being like a tiny ball that's in many places at once. It is in fact the wave. It's like you have a sound wave that fills your room and you ask where exactly is the sound wave, and is all the air where the sound wave isn't at this particular moment empty space? That doesn't make any sense. The wave is everywhere. It's a wave. It can be spread out. It doesn't have to be confined to one point. Um, and if you look through to it further, the nucleus is exactly the same. The nucleus is a bunch of quark field waves bound together by a bunch of gluon field waves, and it's no more full than anything else, except that it happens to have more energy in it that's in these waves, in these particular waves. And if you were going to talk about all the fields in an atom, you would also want to talk about the force fields, like the electromagnetic field. Like that has a certain profile and energy and takes up space. When people think about the fullness of like the solidity of an atom, like solidity usually means that you can't put another thing in the same place as that thing, and that's something that an atom satisfies to a T, because the electron takes all the available space. If you try to shove another electron in there, it won't go. It's that there's only one electron per sort of wave mode that can exist, and another electron will just bump up against it. So this should be, Roberta says, this should be a song. This is going to be a song. This is going to be like my quantum field theory song will address a lot of this. Although it doesn't actually get to that particular sort of science communication talking point about electrons, or about atoms being mostly empty space, which maybe, I don't know, maybe I should do a video on that. It's more a matter of philosophical perspective, but I don't know. It's one of those things that like even the fact that people are always talking about particle physics annoys me a little bit, that we've like branded it this way, because a particle is only one way to look at it, and it's not the most accurate way. So, rant over. I don't know. If I do a rant, should I never do that rant again? Or is this going to be like a regular thing? Am I going to be like your old uncle who, like, you go to dinner and he has the same rant every week? Maybe I'll just be one of those old men, biding my time, talking about the things that annoy me. Any cure of myopia? My left eye power is minus 19. Not that I know of, unfortunately. I mean, I guess there's laser surgery. I don't know how far laser surgery can go, whether it can correct minus 19. That's pretty intense. King Gaming is asking, who inspired you into YouTube, physics, and do you know Melody Sheep? I don't know Melody Sheep. I follow Melody Sheep. That's about it. YouTube, my big inspirations were Weihart and Henry Reich and Minute Physics and the Maccabeats, which, I don't know, does anyone here know the Maccabeats? They were a group of a cappella, they were an a cappella group that did songs about Jewish holidays. So they had one that was like, I flip my latkes in the air sometimes, singing Ayo, spin the dreidel. Just wanna celebrate for all 8 nights, singing Ayo, light the candles. Yeah, it was based off Mike Tompkins's version of Dynamite. And that was probably my most direct inspiration for this channel, because it was kind of this light bulb moment of, oh yeah, first of all, I remember watching Bill Nye the Science Guy as a kid and loving science parodies. And second, hey, these guys are doing a cappella and they're making me care about something that normally I haven't paid much attention to. And so I was like, oh, if they can make me care about Jewish history a bunch, maybe I can make people care about science. That'd be cool. I think, is the camera slowly moving this way? I feel like all through this stream, the camera's been slowly turning. I'm gonna see if I can, hold on. Break time. Everybody take a 2-minute break. We're back. Well, welcome back from that commercial break. If only there were commercial breaks. Nah. Camera losing interest, yeah. Should we do another song? I think we should do another song. Let's do a song. Yeah. I like this. I like this idea. Let's see. Let's get that back up so that we can see it. We got some reverb? Yeah. Robert is a black hole. Oh no. What did I do? I did the thing again. No. Robert is a black hole. Oh no. I can undo it. What did I do? I did the thing again. Can I undo it? Robert is a black hole. I can't undo it. I messed it up. What did I do? Let's reset it again. Let's reset it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm still getting used to this thing. Oh yeah. Robert is a black hole. You look around the sky, you won't see him at all. He's got 100 solar mass that got compressed real close back when his core collapsed. Yeah, he used to be a giant sun with a billion K middle, making iron and nickel that ran out in no time. Then his gravity won and he went supernova. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better run, outrun my pole. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better stay far away, past their own arch limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better run, outrun my pole. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better stay far away, past their own arch limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better run, outrun my pole. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better stay far away, past their own arch limit. Robert isn't so bright, he's blacker than night. He thought he don't emit light till Hawking found a surprise. Found that if you leave him, he can thermalize, but Rob's too cool to just die. If he did, we don't know what of the information patient in a supermass. Could have gravity or a firewall or something. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, they better run, outrun my pole. All the other stars with the puffed up cores, cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better run, outrun my pull. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better run, outrun my pull. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better run, outrun my pull. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better run, outrun my pull. All the other stars with the puffed up cause like the sun better run, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better run, outrun my pull. All the other stars with the puffed up cause better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better run, outrun my pull. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better run, outrun my pull. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better run, outrun my pull. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better run, outrun my pull. All the other stars with the puffed up cause they better stay far away, past their own rush limit. Yeah. Is there any other song that I can do here? Is there any other song I know that has the same kind of flow to it? Maybe. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh, yo. What should this song be about, though? It had only a single gene inside its skin. It wasn't very nice to me. I didn't want SARS-CoV to be in me. Then it went inside my lungs, into my cells. It burst them open and flooded out into the west. My body didn't like, oh no. Oh man, I put it between keys. It's not there, it's not there. It's somewhere between. Somewhere between. Oh yeah. People always told me, be careful what you do. Don't go around. Does that work? Okay, do we have this? We have this. Okay, that works. Oh, unfortunately, that might be the end of the looping then. I can still loop. I with the microphone plugged in here. I can still loop the video or what am I talking about? The keyboard, but I cannot loop the audio because my little audio box died, guys. I had it going with some. Oh, maybe it didn't. Hold on. Maybe it just has a. No, never mind. Wait. Oh, I think maybe it has a safety that turns it off. Let me try to plug it back in. Oh. Hey. Hello. 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 Yeah. Okay, we're back. This little box here, I when I was trying to plug it in with actual plugs, it had it unfortunately had a whole bunch of feedback going on with it, and like I think there was some sort of ground loop going on, so I just heard this like the whole time, and so I'm powering it with batteries, and I fear that if this goes for too long, the battery is just gonna cut out. But I think probably more likely what's going on right now is that it just had some sort of like it's on for an hour and then it auto shuts off. So I'm hoping that's not it, but it might die in a second. Find out, and then I'll plug this back in. I did a little bit. Who's asking about the Nerd Manifesto? I did a bit of the Nerd Manifesto at the beginning. I need to go back and review the lyrics. I was hoping to do something about like virus genes get in my body. Because I think if you're gonna do a Billie Jean parody, you gotta do virus genes get in my body. Mm-hmm. They make me hurl. If they're in my gastrointestinal tract. Mm-hmm. They make me sick, and that's a fact. You know, there's some crazy like viruses are crazy. Like this particular one's real nasty. Generally, this is probably something I've mentioned before, but generally viruses don't viruses that have been around humans a long time, they've learned not to kill us because killing us is bad for viruses. Like they want to replicate, but they don't want to replicate so much that they kill you because then they can't spread. And so most viruses have evolved like as we've got better at containing viruses that are deadly and we pay more attention to those, most viruses have evolved towards being pretty tame. Like even cholera, which used to be this huge killer because it would get into dirty water supplies. When we cleaned up the water supply, cholera is still around, but it's now like in places with good water supply, it's evolved towards being very mild because it has to be in order to spread. Like it needs to spread person to person. If it can't spread through dirty water, so then it can't make you sick because you have to go out and meet people, and all the ones that make you sick they go away. So that's why most plagues that you'll hear about have jumped recently from animals to humans, like smallpox came from cows, flus come from chickens and pigs. This one, the old SARS came from a bat through a civet cat, and this one came from a bat through maybe a pangolin, maybe something else. Sally Lepage is here. What up? Virus genes infect my body. Yeah. Yeah. There's two good videos I can recommend on that. One is John Perry's video about where do novel viruses come from. The other one is there's a Minute Earth video about I can't remember what it's called, but it's something about how to survive as a virus or something like that. And then CGP Grey also has his America Pox video, which explains kind of the reasoning behind plagues coming from animals. Okay, Sally has a tentative course worked out. Virus genes infect my body, replicating from just one virion. Rupture out and your whole cell's gone. That's not bad. What's a virion? Sally, you're an actual doctor, and this is way more your field than it is my field. So tell me what a virion is. Um, is it one of those things like lava and magma, where it's like a virion when it's in one place and a virus when it's another one? Matthias says virion is the genes plus protein shell. Okay, well then what's a virus? Okay, a single virus particle. Okay, cool. And then Sally, do you know what what a viroid is, or like what are those things that are like they're like just little snippets of RNA, like they don't actually have the capsule. One virus particle. Yeah. Let's see. Jatin Cantilao says, in Interstellar, on the water planet, the soundtrack in the background has a prominent ticking noise. These ticks happen every 1.525 seconds. Each tick you hear is a whole day passing on Earth. Yeah, that sounds like something Hans Zimmer would do. But there are definitely. Okay, am I gonna go Neil deGrasse Tyson on you? Am I gonna tell you why like all the ways that Interstellar doesn't work? It's pretty good. I mean, except like aside from the ending where it's like love can transcend time, like that doesn't make any sense. But when they're on that, so in Interstellar at some point they're on a planet that's right next to a black hole, and like on a black hole, near a black hole, time slows down. So the plot point is that like every 1.25 seconds there is a year on Earth. So they're there for like 10 minutes or something, and I'm not sure how it works, but they're there for something like 10 minutes, and then they end up something like 30 years in the future. Once they get out, and the guy's daughter is grown up and he's all crying, and yeah, Matthew McConaughey, good actor. But they one of the problem with that is that if you're on a planet that's receiving a bunch of light from the halo of a black hole, where it's like when they're away from the planet, it looks like the black hole is emitting about as much radiation as the like a sun, like it's illuminating everything. If you were to go down on the surface of the planet, it like that deep into a gravitational well, what that would mean is that you're receiving 1 year of radiation every 1.25 seconds. So all the radiation would be like insanely shifted into like the X-ray spectrum, and you would be cooked very, very quickly. So not everything in a movie can be accurate, but that movie is one of my favorite movies, I think, because it's, I don't know, like it's pretty good on the physics, but it's emotionally captivating. And honestly, I think that's what you're going for when you're making a movie. If you have to cut some science corners to make the history, to make the story work, as long as people are aware of that, Sally Lepage says, "I'm not a cell biologist." I know you're not but I'm even less of a biologist than you are. Like I'm a theoretical physicist. If we have like family connections, you're like a cousin, and then I'm like I don't know, second cousin or third cousin or stranger. So I thought I don't know. But maybe is there an earlier message? Virion is a single virus particle. Okay. 1 hour here is 7 years on Earth. Yeah, I guess that's what it was. I have a question about Interstellar. In the water planet, is the source of light the CMB Lorentz transformed into visible light? I think it's supposed to be the like the radiation coming off of the like the accretion disk around the black hole, because the matter is accelerating into the black hole, and when you accelerate charged matter, it gives off radiation. I think that's what it's supposed to be, and that's, I don't know, that's already in the X-ray spectrum. So if you're gonna blue shift that would be crazy. That would definitely cook you. I love accurate science, says Andel. Me too. Have you watched The Big Bang Theory? Yes, I did. It wasn't great. Did you watch Cosmos? No, I haven't watched Cosmos. Possible Worlds. Yeah, let's see. I want to swing on the chandel here. Hey, John Perry stated clearly is here. Virion is an individual virus. Thanks, John. We had gotten there, but thank you. Sally the Page says, I did write an entire parody of Can You Feel the Love Tonight about sexual conflict. Hey, you wanna did you ever record it? maybe we should do that together. It'd be fun. If you send me the words, I'll play it on the stream. Was that the lick? Yes, that was the lick. An astute student of musical memes. No, Sally hasn't been in one of my videos yet, but that could change. I just have to make some videos. I keep getting this pop-up saying that my McAfee subscription has expired. I didn't even know I had a McAfee subscription. Everything's expiring. My computer has still has Windows 7 on it, and every time it loads up, it tells me Windows 7 is not. It's gonna die. You shouldn't use it. And I say, ha! I can use it, and I shall. Fresh Prince. Oh man. Yo, this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, tell you how I got caught in the midst of a pandemic. In West Wuhan, born and raised, in a bat was where it spent most of its days. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and shooting some b-ball into other bats' noses. When along came a guy up to no good, started making trouble in its neighborhood. It took it to a wet market, and the virus got scared. Then it jumped to another animal there, and then it went in and got an infection. It spread all around and changed direction, mixed with another virus and such. And then it came out, it was just too much. It went into a human being, and then it kept replicating over again. And then as it replicated, it got better and better. And then it went into another, and it got even letter. That's not a thing that can be done. Letter, got even letter. It's very hard to freestyle, guys. Let's just get it. The number of infections went up. Yeah, hold on, let's do it again. The infections went up to about 7 or 8, and people discovered, and they said, whoa, wait, there is a new virus coming in here, and it's named after a Corona beer. If it doesn't go away, we gotta go into quarantine and not let it show, and get out and infect other people. It was too late, it was all over the town, and then it couldn't be stopped and such. It went out to other planets, just too much. Not other planets, what am I talking about? Just to other places in the world, it got out. Everybody said that this was gonna happen, but no one prepared, and now it's very sad, and everyone is staying at home, and I gotta talk to all my friends on the phone. So now I'm stuck here in quarantine, and I'll never get out until 2023. If I do, then I'll have to go around and wear a mask every time I go to town. If I get out and get an infection, I'll have to go and change direction into a hospital, get intubated, and hope that I make it, and then I can face it, go out in and become a good citizen, cause I've got the infection and I'm cured again. Then I'll have what's called herd immunity, and I can go out into my community and be part of society again. I don't know how this whole thing's gonna end. We might stay inside all of the day until a vaccine from someone comes our way. If we do, and that gets through, then we will know what to do. Because we will be immune, and the virus will go away oh so soon, yeah. Word. Word to your immune systems. I mean, it could be 2023. I don't really know. Like, the vaccine's supposed to take a minimum 18 months, and that presumes that one of them works. And I don't know. It's suspected. I actually did see a good thread about how, like people saying like, oh, we've never made a vaccine for a coronavirus anymore. How do we know it's even possible? And don't forget the elbow. I'm sorry. Cough into the elbow. Another cough. As if it's better to do 2 coughs where one is in your elbow than to do 1 cough where it's not in your elbow and then not another one. But the thread I was reading was from a veterinarian, and they were like, well, you guys are looking at this from a very like human-centered perspective. We have vaccines for coronaviruses already, like several of them. They're just not for people because people don't get coronaviruses that are worth working about and worth worrying about. Like they're just common colds or they're SARS and MERS, and they don't cause super big epidemics. And so now that we've got our sites trained on it, there's no reason to think that we won't be able to figure out a vaccine. Like coronaviruses are they're vaccinable. They're not like a rare impossible species. It's just new. Sally says she'll DM me on Twitter. Are you gonna do that now, Sally? Like, we could get this going before the end of the stream. Hold on, I'm gonna open up a new Twitter tab in case Sally wants to send me some lyrics. Yeah, it's open. If you want to go for it. Let's see. Hey, German-speaking listeners, Das Coronavirus Update with Christian Dorson is a wonderful podcast. Cool. Good to know. Yeah, all the information I have on this is like it's either Montreal, Quebec centric, or it's very like English speaking world. And it would be really nice to do to have, I don't know, I wish translation was completely solved, because I feel like a lot of the way that there have been like waves of realization about this pandemic has been because of language barriers. Like, if everybody was, and also because China's social media is like walled off from everybody else, but like if the social media is dark from the places that get it first, then the rest of the world doesn't prepare, and like especially the populations. Like, maybe the experts in charge of like epidemiology in the government do, but the people on the ground don't, and there's not so much you can do until they're convinced that it's actually a serious problem. And then I feel like Italy, like for us here in North America, like Italy was a little closer to that, but even then, people don't seem to take it seriously in America until it like hits their shores. In Canada, I think we saw it a little early. Okay, Sally is Sally has sent me the lyrics to this Can You Feel the Love Tonight parody. So let's see what I can do, because Can You Feel the Love Tonight is a wonderful song. I can see what's happening. What? This really will not do. Ooh. She's gonna sing a science parody and put it on YouTube. Well, that's my bread and butter. I do that all the time. She's teaching sexual conflict through the medium of song. But judging by this off-key intro, something's bound to go wrong. There's no such thing as love tonight. Sally, how dare you? It's a sexual war. The male attacks, the female reacts to even up the score. She's ignoring me completely, playing hard to get the prude. I could have